Welcome, everybody. This is Safuu's Fantastic Four, but there's only three because PRADO is still sick, under the weather, so he is relaxing before Dubai because we need him to be here, present for Dubai. So today we got Sean, who's back from holiday. Good day, crypto, and none other than Confirmant RM. So, how you guys feeling about Safuu currently? Given that we are in this lull period, there's not much news, not much going on, but good things are coming up.
Well, I have something to say about that. It's interesting to see us become like a stable coin basically the past 18 days. I mean, meanwhile, the rest of the market's doing up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So I'm okay with it going sideways.
Yeah, I love what. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, cool. Pretty much exactly the same as Confirm. And for us to be going, be so stable, so sideways for such a long period of time, coming up to Dubai, but obviously the blockchain Safuu X as well, I think that's absolutely fantastic. But like Confirm and saying, Bitcoin's going up and down, $1,000 candle in a day either way, it goes up, comes back down, which affects the rest of the market as well. So it's nice to be in a place where, with all this turmoil, it's just steady, stable.
I do find it funny that when we were dropping down, every day you didn't know what the price was going to do. People were complaining, I want stability. And now it's stable and they're like, I'm bored. I got nothing to talk about. We're making money because we're printing more Safuu every day. It's like, you just can't win.
Yeah.
I do know my balance is going up every day by what it says. When the price goes sideways, I said is the greatest thing ever for Safuu. That's all we ever needed was a price to go sideways. You don't need price fluctuations. You just need it steady.
Yeah.
And we finally got it. People are trickling in. Obviously, we decided to do this last second, so the advertisement's not there. A lot of people have not been on Discord, so it's been actually very calm on Discord. Some of the calmest seas I've seen.
One thing I'd like to ask you, Greek, how you feeling about Dubai, bro?
I was actually going to start packing today because I'm going over to oh my goodness, I did. I'm going over to my parents' house, and I got to get things situated with my dog. And I spelled Safuu wrong in the title, so I just noticed that. That's great. So I will go fix that right now. Maybe that's why nobody's joining. So I got a lot of packing and a lot of stuff to do. I made sure that I got all the adapters, everything I needed to be able to, just power my devices over there. Made sure I got a selfie stick. Make sure I got everything I need. But yeah, I'm ready. I've been ready.
So a question for everyone who's going to be watching, who's not lucky enough to attend, are you just going to do pre-record videos, or are you going to come live from Dubai? And if you are, have you sorted out your data like an eSIM or something like that?
So I do have an international plan where I can just, it's a certain price a day, and as soon as I use it, it charges me for the whole day. So I'm going to be going on as much as I can. I don't know, like many people have asked me, are you going to be recording Brian's speech? Now, some places, some conferences will let somebody just hold the phone up and record it. Some won't.
Yeah.
Obviously. So
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will. I've seen a few where like you can have the audio recorded. But it's just one of those things. I don't know the rules. I don't know what they're going to be. I don't know where I'm going to be sitting. I don't even know if I'm going to have even good enough angles to do it. But whatever I'm allowed to do, I will do. And that Daniel PRADO is going to be pushing the envelope a little with all that stuff. So he'll probably get me the footage. We'll go whatever it is. You'll see recaps daily on what I did that day, especially at the conference. I'm going to be putting all these things together. Yeah, maybe spelling Safuu right brings them in.
May help.
Now they're coming in. Jesus.
Yeah. With one of the things, if you can only do audio, but live streamed as well, you know, like I'm hyped to hear Brian's speech and when he has the developers and stuff up there on stage. So whatever you can get away with, and just have a placeholder picture over it, you know. While
Yeah, I'll put a
streaming
picture of me wearing the tux, you know, the whole time. People, yeah.
Like a Discord call, you just put it in your pocket, have the microphone here.
Yeah, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to film as much stuff as I can. As to how the quality is going to be on some of the live streams, you know, obviously international plan with the cell phone, so you're pretty much, who knows if there's the Wi-Fi situation, but I will give you guys as much as I can.
Probably within the conference center, when you check in, you'll be able to tune onto their Wi-Fi, but I'd just test your internet speed with everyone else logging in as well. You know, you just go and Google test internet connection or whatever, test Wi-Fi, and it shows you the upload.
Ooh. I have something to bring up. Did we all see Mr. Jason come into Discord today and say that there's supposed to be some AMA that Brian's going to be doing before Dubai with somebody special?
I did see that, and I have no clue who it could be. I'm waiting to hear. So Plan B, if you're watching, now that Safuu is spelled right in the title, if you're watching and you want to give us a hint, the Greek's all ears.
Ready for that inside scoop.
Nick, please give.
I always beg.
Oh, I wonder. So while I was away, Brian came out with this epic game trailer. You know, it's a couple of minute video on his, you know, on his YouTube there. What he is thinking about the game coming up and adding, you know, whether it's a play to earn game or a game and more utility onto the blockchain. You know, like obviously it's already under development, but they've already started, and someone's been putting in, well, a team of people to be able to do that. It's putting some incredible work. What are your thoughts?
You want me to go first, Greek?
Yeah.
I'm always one speculative of games, so I want to see gameplay before I get hype. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool to have that little trailer, but I've seen games are an interesting thing to be putting out, because I've seen a lot where they give you like a little teaser and then it takes a while to come out and then it comes out and it's nothing like it. So I keep kind of like Brian does, like the under promise and over deliver, and I'm kind of just sitting there like, there's a game coming out, it's gonna be cool, but I'm gonna wait to see some gameplay before I start shooting it like to everybody like, this is gonna be the coolest thing ever.
Just talking about games in regards to like crypto and stuff, have you ever gone into the Decentraland and walked around and gone through all those buildings and stuff there, and you can buy mana and go shopping, and you know there's games and you know playgrounds and stuff within there. Have you ever gone into the metaverse, like on the blockchain?
I've wanted to, but never have ventured.
No.
Man, it's so epic. You can go from your browser and, you know, it just adds more, like, entertainment, I guess, in a way, which is pure value as well. And I, you know, I guess that's why I'm so hyped and got pumped up about having that game trailer, like confirming the same. We need to see what the gameplay is like. But knowing Brian and stuff, it's either go big or go home. So there's going to be something pretty exciting in regards to it. But I think, you know, the gaming industry is absolutely massive. And then for us, because like for everyone watching, Safuu is the pre-game. Like the game's the blockchain. And, you know, the different rounds and stuff going in there and all these things coming in. That's like why I'm getting so excited, you know, with Decentrology coming on. They put out their builder kit. Actually, did you see, was it Crypto maybe Just Talking? shout out to all the Safuu YouTubers out there, but he went through the builder kit as well, and he also put a link to the original video on Decentrology's YouTube about the Decentrology Hyperverse builder kit for Safuu. Have you seen that?
I watched bits and pieces, and
yeah,
I'm not really a gamer or like one of those developer kind of minds. So like all this stuff is just over my head, just way over my head. I just know whatever is being built and all this stuff is great for the blockchain, and I just enjoy seeing what's going to be coming out because there are some hardcore gamers, and people think, hey, maybe they don't spend money. They spend a ton of money on these games, and they do a bunch of things, and the blockchain gives it infinite possibilities. So it's all exciting for me. Let's get to some comments here. AP, that guy, let's go. Thank you for being here. Jason Hayes, hello all. Always in the comments. Samantha, hi everyone. You guys look great. Thank you. You look great too when you're in the Worldwide Dating channel on Daniel Prado's channel. I hope Daniel's better soon. Don't we all? Because we need a healthy Daniel. Because if he's
come
not
on,
healthy,
bro. Man,
yeah,
Daniel,
he won't even respond to us. He's just
what kind of environment is there right now? Because you're going on to YouTube, and it's just we have you and you have the Greek, but okay, and you have me, but nothing compares to the absolute onslaught of just like all this Daniel Prado content. And then just as the past couple of days, it's been dreary without our.
I know. Where's our 2.5-hour live video?
Yeah.
People need their 3-hour live videos talking about
2
nothing.
times a day.
Just Daniel just going off into space, being like, "We're gonna make it." Repeats it 50 times. Right. J Legend, AMA tomorrow. That is what has been floated around. Brian mentioned it 2 days ago. Brian did post something saying 90% chance that we would have an AMA on Friday. Then today, Plan B comes in the Discord and says something, and we're still waiting. We're just in a waiting game. I do know there is one Q&A going on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. On the Illuminati Discord. You can catch. They are going to be meeting with me. We're going to be talking. So it should be a good one. So if you want to check that out, that will be tomorrow morning. Maybe Prado will be on finally after his 3-day hiatus for a 3-hour live. We don't know. We do not know. Steve Andos is in the house.
Steve. Make sure, Greek, that you put the Illuminati Discord below for everyone so they can get in there. And is that going to be a voice chat, and is it going to be recorded as well?
Yeah, it's a voice chat, and they're going to have it on their YouTube as well. Yep. So I was going to play it on mine, but then I just don't know how to set it up, and I'll probably mess it up. And while I'm trying to I'm just not going to do it. So if you want to catch a replay, it will be on their Discord as well. Their YouTube channel as well. It's really just talking, shooting the breeze, talking Safuu, question and answer about maybe they want to get to know the Greek, Who doesn't want to get to know the Greek?
To say, are you being interrogated?
I'm probably going to be interrogated. I know there's not going to be like just all easy questions about Safuu. There's going to be some hard stuff.
Sunshine and roses. You're going to have to answer some of the black and white questions.
All I know is I'm not part of the team. There are things that obviously we don't know. We don't know what's coming up with a lot of the things. There's still secrets. I know great things are coming up. So I'm just going to hit them with my positive Greek style, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Curtheus is in the house. He had a birthday yesterday. Hello, Safuu fam.
Hey, happy birthday.
It was his birthday, not his twins. But
I'm sure he's like, thank you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. Appreciate that. Because it has that really, really nice, smooth voice.
I just want to show you
Thank you so much for singing me happy birthday.
What do you want to show us? Dirt?
Of course, yeah.
No, I'm at the beach. There's no dirt, Sam. Can you see all the eagles?
No.
I see black dots.
I see
Okay.
trees really, really far off.
Yeah, so I came down to the beach to take a look at something that's washed up. But I can't smell it from here, which is good. But it's a perfect place to jump onto the live stream from at the same time. But yeah, there's like maybe, I don't know, 30 odd eagles.
I love how he shows us like awesome looking places as we're stuck in like.
Have a door. It's 100 years old right there.
Keith, the crypto farmer. Hi guys, great to see you. And go the LSC supporting the Safuu ecosystem. Yes, LSC, awesome project. Sean, part of the team. So for those of you who haven't checked it out, go on legendarysafuuclub.com, get to know everything, go in the Discord. Obviously, me and Sean are going to be live later on talking about LSC some more if you want to watch that on Sean's channel. So if you want to learn about LSC, come there and get your LSC fix on.
Yeah, so that'll be live in about 2 hours time or 3 hours time or something. The only other thing while we're here talking about Safuu, I just want to give a shout out to Keith, the crypto farmer, his videos and stuff, and who he is. Just such an amazing person, and really talks about his story as well and his journey and what's going on in the background of his life. Because one of the biggest things, like with all of us, like Greek's off to Dubai next week. I'm here at work. Confirmed it's going to be up till 1:30 in the morning, maybe 3 a.m. and wake up at 4:30. But you know, with everyone, we're all just people living our lives, doing the best we can to bring you the news and stuff. And what I've loved about the Safuu community is the way that everyone from everywhere all over the world has made all these videos. And the comments and the announcements and stuff are fairly similar. But how we get that information across and deliver it, it's so unique to each and every one of us. It's amazing. Like, not having Daniel for the last couple of days, it's like there's something missing, you know? Yeah, so just a shout out to all of Safuu, the whole community. It's amazing to be such a part of such a beautiful, like, extended family in a way.
So I just became aware of this. Compton 310. The crypto lead is also live, so that's probably cutting into our viewers. Crypto lead, I didn't mean to step on your toes. We didn't even realize that. Sean's just like, let's do it. And then so we did it. And
there's meant
Sean.
to be the Fantastic Four. Well, while I went away, there's no Fantastic Four. You know, so I wanted these guys to obviously step back up.
It's tough to go on for. Yeah, it's tough to go on for a Fantastic. Yeah, when you're already live with Daniel for 3 hours in the afternoon, and then he's like, "You want to do a Fantastic Four?" And it's like, we just talked 3 hours, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Voyun Savathi, hopefully I pronounced it right. There's probably a 10% chance I did. 3 Musketeers. All for one, one for all. That's right. Crypto Pride's in the house. Hey, guys. Jamie R, Jam Jeep. What's up, fellas? Sean, I'm jealous. That background looks amazing and awesome.
Paradise.
Yeah. I'm going to have a good background next week, so I'll just...
Man, especially when you're on that yacht. Like, bro, you have to stream from the yacht. You have to just... Whether it's allowed or not, who cares, man? We want to see the super yacht. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a yacht tour
dope, bro.
live.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Samantha, that was smooth. I'm always smooth.
Talking about Confirmant's voice, I think.
Oh. His view looks like a postcard. So lovely. You know, here I am thinking people are talking about me. No, they're talking about Khan's Curtheus impression. And then they have no chance of talking about me with that backdrop you have going on. Like, what the heck?
Maybe she's talking about your beard when you shaved it. Your face being so smooth. That's why she said that was smooth. No longer.
Brian, if you're watching, should I shave my beard for Dubai? If the answer is yes, just let us know in the comments. Kurthia says, thanks, bros. Yeah, only my birthday, not his twins. He is a twin. Kurthius, did you like my birthday song for you? People tuned out. Like, I watched, like, you know how you go on your videos and you can see where, like, people stop losing interest? When I sing happy birthday to Kurthius, Greek money style, it was all gone. It was downhill from there. They're like, I can't tune into this crap anymore. Thank you, Kurthius. You cost me viewers. Jamie R says, happy birthday, Kurthius. Of course. Kurthius always steals the show. Safuu Warrior. Hi, guys. Thanks, Sean. Send team for the whitelist. I think, hi, thanks, Sean, and team for the whitelist. So that's send is supposed to be an and.
Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, cool. No worries. We can talk about LSD on my live stream today. No drama. We'll just stick to Safuu. We've probably got about 5 more minutes before I need to go and sort out whatever's happening with these birds here. It's probably not going to be pleasant. And the tide's coming right in. I don't know if you can see the water there, but it's got about, 80 centimeters before I get
I'm sorry, we're American. We measure in inches, okay? You want to convert
what
that?
What are you talking about? Centimeters.
No.
80 centimeters.
Probably about 24 inches, roughly. No, more, 30, something like that. That's good enough.
Jamie R says, Keith is a great guy. Definitely check out his videos. We will have to so much. Kurthius says, thank you so much, Jamie R. And Keith's back.
So just quickly, while we are still here, in regards to the wider crypto market, because obviously whatever Bitcoin does, and, before this, we're talking about the EU and stuff started printing money again as well, started raising interest rates, didn't work, started printing money again as well. So like the games that they're playing in there, do you just have it? It's all speculation, it's all a guess, but do you have any idea, in regards to Bitcoin, what you think may or may not happen? And with Bitcoin going up or down, what's that going to do to Safuu? Or, we've only got really, 3 weeks until sacrifice day. And then from there, say, Bitcoin pumps up until sacrifice day, Safuu does well. I'd like to know your thoughts. But then we've gone into sacrifice, and then during testnet, if Bitcoin comes like really low down, what are your sort of ideas and stuff for the start of the blockchain and stuff coming out at the start of next year? Or if Bitcoin's up, does that change things as well for you, or it doesn't matter?
The way I look at it, Bitcoin price once we sacrifice, I think is irrelevant till about is going to be irrelevant to us till about 2 months after the blockchain release, because we're just going to go on hype and our price is just going to be pure hype and whatever. You know how new blockchains come out regardless, and we're going to not be tied. But then if the overall market sentiment is bad about Bitcoin, after that, that might affect overall stuff. So that's
well, I obviously have a lot to say on this.
Pecan knows more than I do about this. This is his area.
So you're in a very weird time right now because you have, with stocks and everything, you kind of have some room to fall in those. If you were to compare to last time we were at this price point with Bitcoin, the S&P and the DJI were at they have some gaps to fill right now where they could go lower in order to, like I said, fill in the gaps. So realistically, Bitcoin's been kind of going sideways regardless of this downwards action in the rest of the financial sector. And then you also have, the Bank of England and, like I said, the Korean banks starting to turn back on the money printers and buying back federal bonds and treasury bonds. And if you really think about, because I had to put this in perspective and really think about it for myself, is I just, for some reason, for the past month or two, I never really put the 2 and 2 together. But with the United States pushing as much of an we're pushing interest rates up. We're in turn devaluing every other currency that's pegged against it. So the GDP and all, I forget, because we're a national, we're a reserve currency for the world. So with everything getting, us going up and like inflating, everything in turns getting absolutely pummeled. So we're getting to a point where all these other governments and these other federal reserves, their balance sheets are collapsing. So I would assume that we're going to do something here in the US very soon, I think within the next couple of weeks, to address this, because we're destroying other people's or other countries, like first world countries, economies. So I think if my intellectualness, if I can just gather it together here,
reasoning,
I would think that them trying to combat this, turning off their idea to keep raising interest rates and is starting to buy back treasury bonds and yields, and turning on a money printer, unfortunately, even though we're inflated out the butt. It would, with that, you would basically give, I saw the statistic somewhere that it's 75% likely that the stocks will reverse upwards if that happens.
Cool.
So in turn, with Bitcoin kind of hanging level here, like sideways, go hit the mic, you would get the stocks going back up, and inevitably Bitcoin. And I think that once you start to see that happen, everything starts to kind of reverse on where it is right now, because all the governments are going to start addressing the fact that they're all pretty much going to zero at the moment. And you're going to start seeing people, once that money starts to come back in, start to flow into, say, the crypto verse, starting to go into that, because you're going to be hedging against the deflationary, currency that you're in, whether it be the I don't even know. There's so many currencies. Basically, you're going to be hedging against whatever national currency you have. Just because we all know that even with them doing that, it's still only temporary until it actually just completely hits the fan. And, because you can only put it off for so long. But, I'm sure if you really want to read about how bad this stuff is actually doing to, like Chalk Talk has said, it's absolutely devastating there over in the UK. So I can imagine, because they're a very, very big part of our Federal Reserve over there in the UK. Like, we do a lot of stuff, exports with them. So if for us not to address it and do something, that would be, I would think, absolutely detrimental to us in the United States. So, and then you're also at this weird precipice that October is, I hate to say that everyone says it's Uptober. Like the play on words that October is going to be immediately upwards green candle. But if you actually go back through almost everything crypto related and stock related, it's a 50-50. And it's funny to actually say that, but for the 12 or 13, 12 years, right? We've been with crypto, just about 11. It's been every other October. It's green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red. And unfortunately, last year was a green, so I can only assume that this year will be red. But I would like to hope it's different.
Yeah.
But
I'll just let you know I need to go in about 1 minute's time.
All right.
I'm gonna miss you.
Don't worry. I'll see you later. I'll see you later, man.
It's such a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me on. I'll see you shortly, Greg. Confirming if you want to jump on in about 2 hours, 15 minutes time, roughly. We'll be
that's when confirmment comes to life at 9:40 at night, 10:40 his time.
Yeah, 10:40 my time.
All right, gentlemen, thanks so much. To the community, be blessed. Peace.
Bye.
So now it's a dynamic duo. AP, that guy has a question. What will happen in December if anyone decides to purchase Safuu? Can we sacrifice at that point also? If so, at what rate? If we can't, then there should be an ongoing sacrifice rate. Now, if Brian has his way, rebasing will stop. So technically, the only thing you're doing is buying and trading Safuu. And there is no sacrifice at that point. If you buy it then, the only thing you can do is wait till testnet to then transfer it over, and then you're going to get hit with the 10% tax. So I would not advise buying it to then transfer it. I just don't know what's going to happen with it. But no, there is no sacrifice rate at that point. Obviously, everything's going to be finished as of November 20th upon testnet, and then it's just all free rolling to the mainnet launch. But definitely good thoughts. And David Ash wants to know, are all you Safuu YouTuber influencers going to Dubai? I will tell you, I'm going, Daniel Prado's going, Chalk Talk's going, and Crypto Pride is going. Odonado is going, but he's going on not invited through Brian. He went on his own dime, as well as Nathan B is going to be down there on his own dime. So there are going to be plenty of influencers, not all of us. Some have chosen to go on their own. And there's a lot of people that I'm meeting down there that have also decided they just want to go to Dubai, looking for a reason to go. Samantha says she was talking about me.
I'm heartbroken.
Yeah. She also says, don't forget to like the stream. Oh, yeah. So like the stream, subscribe to Khan, subscribe to me. I'm trying to hit 6,000 before Dubai. We are now within 40. So let's go.
It's been since the whole crypto, because I've been putting channel analytics into my videos. I don't know if you've noticed that, but showing just basically how stagnant everything's been, even with YouTube and viewership, subscribership. Just like I've noticed it's been the past 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks, that it's been just basically flatline. If I were to pull up my screen, it's just been set 1746, basically like up down one, just like back and
so
forth.
So true.
And even the views, I mean, no one's really looking at crypto right now. That's how like something has come to a bottom, is when the sentiment is this low. So that's why I'm thinking some catalyst is going to be coming, and I think that the Federal Reserve is going to be printing money and to help fight what's going on right now. And
it's so true. Like people are like, how can you tell like the crypto sentiment? I'm like, well, I just look at my views. Like you have to work harder for your views. When the sentiment, like for Safuu right now, if I don't do a clickbaity title, like Brian Legend said, what people, I'll get tons of views on that. But if I just do sacrifice is coming up, it's not going to get any views. But it's just been low. But yeah, my subscribers have been low. Today I decided that I was finally going to like tell people my goal of going for 6,000, and people seeing I'm close. So then maybe they're giving me those pity subscribes. I'll take it. Live Freedom's in the house. Hi, all. Voyun says Sean teleported. Yeah, he went from the beach to his car. David Ash is in the house. Do any of you know if there will be a live stream on YouTube when Brian Legend is speaking on stage in Dubai? This question's been asked. We don't know yet whether Safuu's going to have... They're going to be filming it, obviously, because they are... they have their crew out there, Wave 'em Studios out there. I don't know if they're doing something live. I don't know if I'll be able to do something live. If I can record it and then post it later, I will do that. But I will let people know as soon as I know, because I don't know a lot as of now. Timothy Harris, question. Nano S Plus, when I transfer out my Safuu to the ledger, it still rebases like normal, correct? Yes, that is correct. Technically, the wallet, like I say, is just the window. The Nano, all it's doing is holding your seed phrase and taking that offline.
Yeah,
That's
it still
doing.
Exists on BSC. So
everything is just on the blockchain like normal. So Rebase is like normal. You don't have to worry about anything, not everything. Raul's in the house. Great way to start the day, watching our favorite YouTubers. I know now it's really his favorite YouTubers since Sean left. Poor Sean.
That's not nice.
I'm kidding. Ian says, haha, we meet again, Samantha. Yeah, they've been fighting over me for weeks, these two. So what can you do?
That's what I was just about to tell you. I have something to share if you would like to show that. Yeah. So this is the Bitcoin Fear Greed Index. As you can see, we've been literally here for a past month. And if we go back over here, you can see it's literally been in the same range. We haven't, we got back up to around 50 in mid-August, and we pumped up to around $24,000. But then we came right back down. The sentiment came right back. We've just been hovering down here low. I mean, because if we go back to a year, I mean, when we were at the peak You know, when Bitcoin was at 60,000, like look at that, up at almost 90%. But we have
What
been
time
in
frame
like
was
this.
it? October 20. Yeah, that's when everything was pumping. Yeah.
Yep. And then now we see we came back down, but this is the lowest we've been. You know, we came down to a 6. We haven't had a relief out of here at all. So it's showing you that like people are upset, people are sad. You know, let me see if I go to a 1. Can I do a max? Let's see how crazy this is. Oh wow. It looks like it's ready to do something. Cause I mean, we already completed this portion, like, you know, like this 2020, 19. Like it looks pretty similar to this. You have like a retest up, like 1, 2, and then a pump up and come back down. We've been around at that same point. We're kind of condensing down lower, but it looks like we've been feeling this max pain for a while. We were in this range right here, so I'm hoping that we're in something like right here, right now, this June, April 2020, where we're now just condensing, getting ready, accumulating down at this low around the 20 to 30 on Bitcoin Fear Greed Index before we start to push back up. Because realistically, sentiment can't stay down here forever because everyone's free. You know, when the masses for the past months have been saying, oh man, you know, Bitcoin is going to go back down to 3,000, 5,000, which it could if it falls below 17,000. But typically when you have the whole cryptoverse, everyone's screaming that it's going to keep going lower. It's typically when you kind of have a bottom. I mean, Bitcoin's been holding its own regardless of the volatility of other national currencies and along with other stocks breaking their lows. Because I mean, like some other stocks are not doing that well and are kind of concerning. So it's interesting to see Bitcoin where it is right now. So I'm bullish, at least myself, on Bitcoin. And unless we break 17,500, but I'm in the belief that we're going to be seeing like a $50,000 to $60,000 Bitcoin within the next probably 5-6 months. Even though that's contrary to belief, but if we start setting lows like that, then you can probably hit the thumbs down on my channel, because if it goes below 17,500, I think we're going back down to like $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Samantha wants to know, where did you get your Safuu hoodie? It's really cool.
It is really cool. It says Safuu, and it even says my name on it. Wait for it. Wait, there
boom.
Bam. Wait. I can't even tell what I'm doing. Yeah, see, it says my name on it. I got it from Ace of Spade. I think it was like a limited edition for all the YouTubers back in like what, June or July.
Yeah, mine's in the wash right now. Mine says my name on it. If you ever want something made up, Asa will try his best to get it for you. So always reach out to Asa, Safuu News, Safuu on Twitter, and he's on Discord, same name. Chalk Talks in the house. Hey guys, at Dynamic Duo looking great. Come on, everybody, let's get the Greek to 6K. You know, if I get there, great. If I don't, great as well. I'm living the life. Can't complain. We do have a question. Stitch. Is it better to sacrifice with a cold wallet, or is it better with a hot than transfer to a cold wallet and pay 10% transfer tax? Try to avoid having to connect the cold wallet. I wouldn't connect your cold wallet to like random DApps, but this is going to be on Safuu's main website. It's better to do that than to pay 10%, because then your Safuu X is going straight into that setup cold wallet that's good. And it's fine as long as you're trusting where you're connecting it. Your seed phrase is still remaining offline. That's the advantage of the cold wallet. I just would not interact online every day with it.
You do have to think about this. So say like right now we have our cold wallets. I mean, technically, with our wallets having held are holding Safuu, I mean, technically they're always connected to that smart contract, because that's how they're getting the rebases. So regardless of that fact, I mean, you connecting to the DApp of Safuu, it would make no difference in my eyes. Yeah. It's just more of a pain in the butt to have to go back and approve it. At least my strategy is to usually use my hot wallet and then go to my cold wallet. But I think in terms of sacrificing, I think it's probably just going to be connecting the cold wallet and then doing that, so you don't have to pay any transfer fees or sell, any of those taxes.
So I have one hot wallet that I interact with daily. That's what I connect to all the Pancake Swap and everything. That's where I buy my Safuu. And then as I get to a certain point, like usually every 50 Safuu in there, I transfer that out to the cold wallet. So nothing sits in there and keeps me offline, really. The cold wallet, when I say doesn't touch the internet, it's going to touch it for just 1 split second to sacrifice, and then Safuu will get.
It just adds that extra layer of security that nothing can happen without you actually pressing authorize. But regardless, your cold wallet is authorized to always be connected for like on BSC scan. When you look at it, it says infinite Safuu, because technically, it's rebasing every day and there's not a set amount every day that it does, in quotations technically. So if you were to look up your wallet address on BSC scan, you'd see your cold wallet is active on the web technically, but it itself can't be, you can't approve or authorize transactions without it. So
yeah, and you don't want to pay 10% tax. I just want everything to be set up in the wallets, and everybody's gonna be doing it. And do not connect to obviously do not connect to random things. So if somebody other than the Safuu Discord gives a link out, do not connect to that, because that is false. So good evening, gents, from Riley Freeman. Nice to have you here. Channel member, Chalk Talk also. Thanks, Timothy. She's a channel member too. Now we have a question here. What sacrifice price are you praying to the Safuu gods for? Do you have a price in mind?
Me, myself, I'm thinking like I would like 175. I think that's what I'm hoping for. Like between 145 and 175. Really, anything over what I projected is better. So we all have our own numbers that we give worst case scenarios at. So anything above that, I am totally fine with.
So when I've done my numbers, I've always done it on $1. And so now anything above $1, I'm okay with. I would think my perfect price, somewhere where I think that would bring sentiment to its greatest, especially now since people have already prepared themselves mentally. Like the feelings of grandeur, like remember when everybody's like, oh, we can get to $20, 25, 50, that's gone. Okay. Now people are like, or if they see 250, they're going to be happy with that. With 74% bonus, they're going to feel like, okay, I'm getting half back of what I put in, but they don't understand that you're instantly making money. And with the rebasing, that's why I said stop looking at. It's better to look at the dollar value now as opposed to the Safuu amount of Safuu, because $6,000 is going to turn into 6,000 plus 74%. So you're going to be at about $11,000 upon sacrificing that $6,000. So if you're looking at the balance of Safuu, you're going to be like, oh, I got less, but you got more. So it's one of those things. To me, says I was hoping for $4, but I'm in this for the long term. We all are, and yeah, it's going to be definitely great if we hit $4. That's a good amount too. There is no way the sacrifice price will be above $1. Zoom out the chart; the facts are there.
Well, thank you for your wisdom.
I mean, you can't say there's no way. There's obviously. You have a point now in time where as soon, like people aren't going to be selling as much. Like if you didn't have belief in the project, you would have sold out by now. Like most of the people going forward, it's going to be a lot of people accumulating and sacrificing. So it's like you build up that buying pressure there where it's going to be a lot of people. The closer you get, I find it hard to believe we are under $1.
There's a weird algorithm by the Diogenes that basically shows that you have that low there. I think it's at like 65 cents now projected or something like that. And then the high is around like 325 or 350 by sacrifice. So, I mean, you're kind of smack dab in the middle. That's why I said I always do things based off of worst case scenarios. Like I did all my numbers based off of 40 cents just because I want to make myself mentally prepared for anything. So it sacrifices at 85 cents or $1 or $1.25, I'm going to be ecstatic because it's going to immediately be double what I thought. But, you kind of go in undershooting. So then, when it actually happens and it's more than that, you're like, oh, snap, that's dope. But for him to say that there's no way sacrifice price will be above $1. I mean, we've been pretty much trending sideways here. I mean, it's numerously been hitting. It's technically a set higher lows because we hit all the way down at 73, and now we're like we hit $1.02. I think I'm actually gonna pull that up really quick because I want to see what the heck we're doing.
Yeah, one thing I would say is I don't like dealing in absolutes. So when people say there's no way, I never talk in that way about things. Like there's no nothing.
We get it, people. Like, yes, the price is going down. The chart looks like crap. Yes, we understand because that's what happens with a rebase token in general. This is what happens. And, you know, we're keeping it alive regardless, but that's why we're moving over to Safuu X, because I think that's why Brian has that Safuu X pushed up so fast, so that it negates this kind of price action. So, yeah, so 76 was the low technically on a 1 day, but it was actually like 73. We kind of like stagnant on like a flat line here, and around that 111, 112 price. So realistically, we kind of get these pumps back and forth. So I couldn't imagine, like, say we go back down to, 95, then we're gonna get a pump back up to like $1, $1.11. Then it's gonna go back down to like 86 and pump back up to 95. Like, it's that weird up and down motion that it's doing. But that's if it continued that pattern. So I could see it being below, sure, $1, but realistically, it's been hovering around this region, kind of like condensing on, like, especially on the 15-minute and a 4-hour, 1-hour chart. So all I can say is if it winds up breaking above that 128, 130 mark, I could see it going up there to around like 150, 175. And that's what I'm hoping for.
So Starbuck, this Missy Twitch is Starbuck. She goes, Starbuck here. I always do worst case scenario, just like us. But if market improvement and whatever Brian Legend has up his sleeve, I doubt it will be $9, but I feel it will be above $2 with a minimum of 2-to-1 upon sacrificing. And for confusion, for anybody's confused, we say 2-to-1. That means for every 2 Safuu, you get 1 Safuu X. That would be amazing if that could be that way. I think that keeps sentiment good, keeps people happy, keeps the fire pit high upon going to Safuu X, which we all know. One of the things I love about Dio and Starbucks numbers is what the high fire pit does, and that's what excites them the most is the fire pit moving forward. And that's something that hasn't been done. So when people say blockchain with rebasing blockchain's never been done, they don't look at it like with a 98% fire pit or 95% fire pit or 90% fire pit, what that leads into. And we know Brian has said a million times that if he could go back, Safuu would not have started where it is. And that's why when I look back and people like to throw the price of Safuu, I'm like, well, really, this is just proof of concept for what he's planning on going forward with. So
have you showed them that spreadsheet, that Google spreadsheet, and then you could throw in 50 cents as or say like 40 cents as a sacrifice price. So say like you could do it based off of, say, you have 100 Safuu, or say like we'll say like 500 Safuu at sacrifice, and you'll say, or right now. So oh my God, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm trying to think. So you have 500 Safuu today at today's price, and then you could say it's 50 cents on sacrifice day, and that whatever that rebase is out to, and you get that initial value, and then you could show what that value is actually worth on testnet day in comparison. And that's what I've been showing people, at least like my friends that I have in it, is that it's still like a 3 to 4x regardless of it going down to that price. Yeah, I think that's what you've been kind of preaching. Is it like that week ago, the price doesn't necessarily matter. Like it can go down to 40, and you're still going to make out like a bandit.
I did the math a week ago in one of my videos. If you held 100 Safuu and you at that point, and the price went down to $1 upon sacrificing, you would almost 8x, which is what Daniel was saying too when he said 800%. The same day he released his video, it's basically an 8x your money from a week ago, holding 100 Safuu at the price of $1 upon sacrificing. But it's hard for somebody to picture that, because and then that's why I went with the fear of the unknown, is because we know what the price is now. People can see the numbers now. And one thing that people can't understand is when you show them future numbers, future possibilities, everybody just says, oh, that can't happen because that's not out yet. They They can't wrap their brains around that. And
well,
that's
they're comparing it to
where,
this. They're comparing it to the downtrend that we've been in since early May. But you got to think about the fact that it's going to be a new thing with a higher fire pit, and it's just you're going to have all the deflationary aspects that it needed. Obviously, everything that we're saying isn't financial advice. We're just doing math based off of a spreadsheet that some other guy made. It just makes sense from that sort of point of view. But obviously, you guys got to play around with that stuff, look at it yourselves, and see what you believe in. Because that's why I sat down, did 30 to 40 cent sacrifice, and just got myself ready for just in case anything were to happen, and see what that would look like at mainnet launch. And I sat there like, oh, I'm okay. I'm not going to bat.
It's a good thing to do in general with things. And I always say this, Kevin Bjorklund with his mindset stuff. And I've always been like this. If you are okay with the worst case scenario, then no matter what happens, you're going to be okay with it. But if you only set your bars here and then we're here, you're going to be disappointed. But if your bar's here and we're here, you're going to be like, oh, great. Wow. Nice. That's why I always say expect nothing and just appreciate everything that you get. And it's a good way to live life in general. Ikainu says during sacrifice period, Safuu holders will always get that plus 24%, even though the other bonus percentage keeps dropping. Correct. That is correct. So that 24% is for Safuu holders to sacrifice, but then every day the percentage drops. So by November 20th, it's like 0.01 or November 19th. So you get like 24.01%. Obviously, this is you have to factor in the price and the rebasing stopping. If I think it's been confirmed. Brian did the poll. I think he's stopping the rebasing October 20th. So now a lot of people had that where they're like, well, if the price goes up and we rebase that extra month, we can make up for the difference. It's not that way anymore. Another super chat from my friend Ian Bednar. He would be a perfect friend if he wasn't a Packers fan. Thank you so much. Do we know the Swish partnership yet? I'm staring at announcement page, waiting for an update. LOL. Let's go, Samantha. I'm outside waiting. Ian, Samantha will win that fight. Okay. She will win my heart. Okay. Not you. But yeah, I'm waiting for the Swish partnership as well. I don't know what it is. He just said it's pretty swish. That could be like Australian slang for something. I don't know. I know I went off on my Mercurio because they had a guy shooting a basketball hoop on the front page, and I said I solved the case. I'm the world's worst detective, by the way. So take that
you
for what it's worth.
Sherlock Holmes, right?
No, definitely not. And Ikayunu's got this right. Starbuck is a rebase guru. She really is. Like, I can't even say this enough. Like, when they started doing their stuff, how much they helped. And like originally I was like on the team of like, okay, we need the price as high as possible. When I start dipping, I'm like, wait, there's a different way to view this that's not necessarily bad. And without them, I think sentiment would have gotten a lot worse than it has been.
Well, you end up having this sort of sense. You have short-term gain and long-term possibility of loss, or you have short-term loss but profitability down the line that is a lot more sustainable. So what do you want? Higher price and then possibly the blockchain not being able to keep up the rebases fast enough, and then you see this situation, or we start off with a higher fire pit, it's immediately deflationary. We have temporary, like only or 2 or 3x of what your bag is worth today, and then it being what it is after a few months, and the blockchain thriving because it's not inherently trying to fight itself. So it's how you view it. Do you want it to be long term, or do you want it to be short term? I'm sure some people want to be short term because they're greedy and want money right now, but it is what it is.
It is true. Timothy Harris, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate all your support. Biz Entertainment's in the house. Biz, I'm sorry this was planned late, so you couldn't throw this out. So you get a pass on this one. Hey guys, we are before early. Wag me. Yeah, we're so freaking early. It's like when I think about that, I just have dreamed about being in a situation like this, and I feel like I've won the lottery over and over again every day. Ari Diesla, I think if Brian knows how to conquer billionaire with a great business presentation, over $10 up to $20. That's going to take a lot of money to come in. And What I'm more interested
20
about Dubai is it's not really about like investment and the money coming in as much as it is people seeing the blockchain, hearing about the blockchain, and looking to build on the blockchain and that kind of stuff. And that might take time. And they may come in later. So it might be a trickle down effect. It might be strategic partnerships, that kind of stuff. So like I don't want people getting this sense like if they don't see a bunch of buys coming in from Dubai that it's a negative thing. Remember, he's pushing Safuu X. He's not really pushing Safuu there. And Plan B did say that in his string of comments this morning. He mentioned that they're pushing Safuu X. So you might see a delayed response on the Dubai factor, but it's all going to be good. And I'll be there firsthand to tell you what's going on.
See, yeah, I mean, Safuu has ran its course. Now it's just waiting for Safuu X. So, I mean, you had that weird confluence of whether they're going to be buying Safuu, like a day or two or a week beforehand to sacrifice to have that be able to rebase, or if they're going to be using a stable currency to sacrifice, or if they're going to wind up waiting until testnet launch. Who knows? But it's definitely something to think about. As I wonder if you get those millions of dollars coming in, that's going to be intriguing. You're like, oh, everyone's sacrificed, and all of a sudden you just start seeing this huge volume coming into the contract on BSC, and you're like, oh, okay, because you're never going to actually see it. There's not going to be candles printed or anything like that, and you're just going to be seeing the transactional volume on BSC.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. Gia Legends in the house. You guys don't rest. I can't catch up, LOL. What's your energy, bros, so I can get some more energy? Gia, do you know what my secret is? And I tell this to everybody. It's called no wife, no kids, no life. So I just sit at home, watch TV. So it's either Netflix and lay with my dog or put content out because that's my life. No, I just do what I love, which is this.
I don't know.
This is supposed to be a short live, and we keep getting more viewers. So I'm like, let's keep it going.
I was gonna answer that. I'm like, I don't know what energy I get. I get about 2 hours of sleep every day, so I'm so groggy because I go into work at 5 a.m. and I'm groggy until around like 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'm like, I'm gonna get home and take a nap, and then I'm here doing this. Oops.
Agree with you there, Biz. Outside with your sandcastle, I'll beat you on that one too, Ian. I don't know what they're talking about. Riley Freeman, we're pretty lucky to have Dio and Star. Those two are intelligent, as you two are also wonderful in your own ways, bearded brothers. Well, I thank you, Riley. You know what? Everybody has their role to play in this, and they give their roles. My role is to just give you the news, give you the hype, give you the information. Dio and Star, they give you the numbers. Daniel brings the passion. TA, you got Khan. The X-Men, you got all kinds of things. It's just a great group of individuals. Everybody has their roles, and we all have a part to play with this upon moving to Safuu X, just educating the masses. Ian says, I already FedExed my sandcastle to Greek. I beat you. Sorry.
I don't think it's going to hold up by the time it gets there.
It's
going to be a pile of sand.
Yeah, it's going to be like the Packers season, just a pile of ashes,
Oof.
Ikainu, just checking in case I have more money to buy more safe food for sacrifice during sacrifice period. Yes, that is what I plan on doing too. Hopefully my money's released by then. I've said this multiple times. It's one of those things where, let's say after I do sacrifice day one and the price shoots down, you might see a lot of people being like, whoa, I get to buy, and then they'll see the advantage, It's going to be interesting. I don't know how it's going to go. I can just speculate. Samantha says, oh, that was clever. Okay, you beat me there. Maybe Brian reveals something about the swish at tomorrow's AMA. Now, he said there's going to be an AMA tomorrow, 90% chance. He said that a few days ago. Of course, Plan B came in today and said there's going to be an AMA soon before Dubai with a mystery guest. Now, right now we're in the waiting period. Nothing's been confirmed. So for anybody wondering who's just tuning in, Nothing's been confirmed. We can just assume there is going to be an AMA soon, whether it's tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. I know Dubai is next week, so it's going to be soon. Daniel Boss says thoughts on sacrifice 50% day one, 40% closer to the end of sacrifice, keep 10% in Safuu. I wouldn't, not financial advice, but if you're just going to sacrifice, I would just do all of it. I don't know the game. You could end up losing out and then regretting things. I don't know what's going to happen with price. There's just so much unknown with this. As for keeping 10% in Safuu, I know a lot of people have had this thought, but every time I hear Brian Legend speak, that thought just goes to my head and like, no, because like he's said it ultimately. If he stops rebasing, there's no point in keeping anything in Safuu. And going forward, Safuu is Safuu X. So like that's where I see it going.
I mean, it would make maybe some sort of sense if it kept rebasing for the month after the 20th, but if it's not, then I don't know why we would hold it, because you're basically, like you said, in the unknown. You pretty much know what the, I mean, then again, the rebases would stop. I don't know. You're playing with fire at that point. You don't really know what's going to happen. So that'd be up to your own. That's your own due diligence there. If you're going to do that.
Yeah, it's very tough. And there's so many unknowns with that. I would have to play around with the numbers. Like, let's say 95% of people sacrifice and only 5% keep their money in Safuu then. But then we know Brian's going to have to sell that to then get the funds. So eventually, Safuu's going to tank. We know that's going to happen. And then with no rebasing, does it then recover? How does it act going forward? Or it's just,
I can't wait
so,
for that day.
It's so tough.
It's going to be funny as heck the day that he does that, because because it's going to be a straight candle down 99% that day, and it's going to be like tenths of a cent, like probably 110 millionths of a cent, and you're going to have like on chain and stuff come on and be like, oh my god, it got rugged, it went to zero.
I know.
Yo!
I know you're going to see you're going to see a lot of uneducated fudders coming in looking at a Safuu chart when 95% of people are sacrificed ready on Safuu X. That it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting day. I can't wait for that, because it's gonna be one funny day.
Riley Freeman says partnerships and projects are coming, ladies and gents. Yes, they are. A lot of stuff. And for those of you who do not know, he's not going to announce when he's doing it. So it's you're gonna just see
he can't do it legally. So
you're just gonna see the biggest red candle, and if you're sacrificed over, you're going to be just you're knowing that's a great thing for you, because that's when it's
you're locked in at that price already that you sacrificed at.
Yeah.
But if people still holding it that day, and like you're going to be probably holding less than $1. So
Ian says, I hope Brian being absent in Discord this past week means he is also working on partnering with those LinkedIn emails.
He was present on Monday for a little bit.
He was. I went back and read those emails, and then Crypto Pride did an excellent video with those emails. And there's a lot of huge things. And if you just let yourself just take it in and what that could mean, it's really cool to think of. And what I think is Brian's probably working extra hard. It's just like my dad. He owns his own business. And the weeks before I say vacation, my dad works like triple the amount. And then when he gets back, he works triple the amount. Brian's going to be in Dubai working, but technically he's not going to be doing his normal day-to-day operation stuff. He's going to be doing different types of work there. So maybe he's just working extra hard because Dubai is next week. So, and Plan B's been absent too. I mean, they come in, but they haven't been as active as they normally are. They've been in. Riley Freeman says, is that the Greek life? With a laughing face.
I had something to tell you. I almost forgot. I was going to say at the beginning of the live stream to tell Sean too, but I have gotten over enough orders for the Safuu X candles. I don't know if anyone else here is interested in that. But, I don't know if you were, but we've gotten over 45 orders or 50 orders of candles, and some of them are 3 to 5 a piece, which is like insane. And I don't know if anyone else is interested in it, but I'm going to start doing some actual design, put up a website and stuff, so then we can actually start selling them.
That is
but
awesome.
That's crazy. That's at like you get that Rebase and chill candle after.
That's the one I put in
October
for
20th.
I don't even like candles. I just like the fact that it's going to say Safuu, Rebase, and chill, and it supports you. It supports this is Confirmant. So for me, it was a no brainer. You know, I'm 100% going to get one. So
it's definitely a cool thing. Like I think I was saying to Brian, because I was talking to him about it. I'm like, yeah, people that just like candles, you know, are just gonna look at it and be like, because I know I've been over some people's houses, they have like a whole bunch of them, and you're like, oh, what's this one? And you're like, Safuu, what is that? They don't even have to be a part of the project, and it'll support it as well. Because I know I'm gonna definitely convince Ms. Confirmant RM to put some of it back into Safuu. Because she has to get something for her efforts, because it's gonna be a lot of work. She's gonna do everything herself. Everything.
CryptoLead says evening. CryptoLead, we apologize. I didn't realize you were live at the same time, so we didn't mean to step on your toes. Never on purpose. But we always support all other creators, so we didn't mean to step on your toes. Hopefully, you're live 45 minutes prior to ours, so it's like kind of stepping on each other's toes, but kind of not. Biz Entertainment says, I believe we will have more devs over immediate investors coming from the Dubai trip, which is just as bullish for us all. And this is what I've been saying a lot. And this is what I believe, as he is going to be talking about Safuu X. He's not going to be like, oh, buy Safuu there. He's going to say Safuu X, the blockchain, the blockchain, the blockchain, the blockchain. And this is huge. This is huge. Okay. Because a blockchain without any developers on it or projects on it is just a black hole, you know? So like this is huge, and this is what gets me and should get all you excited.
Absolutely.
Ian Bednar says, am I a good friend being a Bucks fan then, Greek? Ian, the Bucks best player is Greek. So I own you, sir, on the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Well, he's not really Greek, but we've adopted him. He's Greek, okay? He's Greek. Gia says, thanks for the secret Greek. Too late. LOL. A question. If you have some insight, would it be better for long-term investors if the price of Safuu is low on sacrifice? I heard something like that. I hate like saying it out loud. There's a medium. There's okay. Like we have a range. Like right now, if we're anywhere from $1 to like $3, $3.50, $4, we're still going to be fine. We're still going to be great. It's when you start getting to $9, $10, $15. But then again, can I see that happening? It's going to be tough. You're going to have a lot of money come in. So don't look at this as a negative now. Look at it as like if we're at $2.50, I've done all my figuring on $1, and that's crazy. So like if it's just nuts. Play around with the calculator and just look at different various fire pits. Obviously, having a 90+% fire pit, 95% fire pit, 98% fire pit, which is, I think, anything under $2 gets us 98%. I have to do the math, but it's just crazy when you think about it. So either way, if it stays where it's at now and we sacrifice where it's at now, I think a lot of people are going to be happy. They might not know it or realize it. I think the day of sacrifice, once people sacrifice and lock it in and they know the number of Safuu X they're going to get and they can play around with the calculator and have a known number and they look at mainnet launch, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, and a 98% fire pit. And you're going to see a lot of people really giddy. And then it's going to be like 2 months of like, I can't do the thing I did the other night because Barry will have a field day, you know, pop the cork, you know. So, yeah, it's just going to be exciting. And I think that's why Sacrifice Day is extra big, because people then will have these numbers that they've been playing around with on a calculator, and then they become realized and they can see exactly where they're at. So it will be exciting. Samantha, thanks so much for the super sticker. I appreciate all of you. Riley Freeman says, Ian, you got to be a Bulls fan, brother. The Bulls are the best, but too many injuries right now and a lot of things going down. Gia says, Khan, you sleep so little. It must be from the food you eat that gives you that energy. Teasing. Take care, brother.
It's not very good food, so.
Today I ate a piece of cake at work. One of the ladies brought cake in. Oh, that was a mistake. Sugar and me just it was just, I started getting the shakes on the drive home. I'm like, this is stupid. Crypto lead, nah, man, don't worry. We just drink and joke. There was no news to cover, really. No toes stood on. Well, thank you so much. And you know what? In Dubai, we won't have to worry about this. And I forgot to say, Crypto Lead's also going to be in Dubai with us. So we won't have to worry about this because he'll be right next to me. And maybe he'll reveal his face. Who knows? Who knows? Ian Bednar, haha, you can finally say I own you, Greek. Yeah, let me have my one win, okay? Your Packers just kill us. Kill us. You did announce the TCL blockchain, though, right? TCL? Ha, 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 ha. And Biz Entertainment says, I was tuned into Crypto Lead and the boys. You guys overlap schedules. Don't do it again. We didn't even mean to, okay? Sean called me, and he's like, are we doing the Fantastic Four tonight? Because Sean's been giddy for weeks, like, to talk to us, and, like, because he's been on vacation. And we're like, yeah, if you want to. And he's like, all right, I got an opening in, like, 25 minutes, and I got 30 minutes of time. And we're like, dude, can you give me some time? So I just threw together something. Normally, I go on and check to see if anybody else is live, because I really don't like going live with other people. I like giving them their dues, and we try and coordinate. But this time was just thrown together on a whim. And that is the end of all the comments. So I think an hour, 10 minutes, we've been going long enough. We were only going to do this 30 minutes. We just did this to appease Sean. And we're going to be live tonight on Sean. I'm going to be live on Sean's channel. I don't know if Khan's joining us. We're going to be talking about the LSE Legendary Safuu Club. So if you want to learn more about that, just come on Sean's live tonight at 9:40 Central Standard Time. He's got it up on his page now if you want to join. Khan, you got any closing remarks?
One person over here is saying that it's old head's clothing. He was asking, where the heck is it now? Can we put clothing website on the blockchain? Well, I believe that ASA takes the money, some portion of it, and puts it back into it, or all. I don't know how much, but I know that he does put some back into Safuu. I don't know if he can put it on the blockchain. Maybe he could think about that or have someone work that out. I'm not quite sure, but it is an idea. But that would be up to him to kind of do, because I'm sure it's a lot of back end work on his end and trying to get a developer to make that work.
Yeah, I think with this stuff, like if you accept SafeUX as a form of payment and, for like clothing and stuff, essentially that's just adding volume to the blockchain. So essentially it's on the blockchain. It's like,
yeah,
you can do whatever you really want with it. As for stores, yeah, I'm sure. Just the more use cases you have, like if you get good partnerships, and let's say like Nike comes in, and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to accept payment now of SafeUX at all Nike retail stores. That's stuff that happens. That's how, you never know. There's a lot of possibilities when you have a blockchain. That's what's great about the blockchain.
Yeah, I think this, as long as, like, if you were, say, to put some of the capital towards it, I don't think it really matters how he winds up doing it. But I would say it's probably a lot of work to do it like that. So I would say he'd probably be taking like a weekly basis and throwing it into it. I think that'd probably make more sense. It's less work.
And Ian's got one question. I don't use Ledger Live. Do we need to add the SafeUX contract to that to receive SafeUX on mainnet, or just add the contract to our MetaMask connected to Ledger to receive it? You could add it to MetaMask. I mean, I do the same thing with the Keystone. MetaMask is one of the wallets that they said is going to have the SafeUX contract on there. So when they release that, they'll probably tell us you can add it, just like you added the BSC network on there. You'll be able to add that. And then when the SafeUX appears, you'll just add the import the token and it will show up. And it should be as easy as that. And just because you don't see it on Ledger Live, or for everybody, because I know this is going to be asked a million times, it's just a window. Your wallet's just the window to the blockchain. You will have the tokens attached to your address on the Safuu blockchain. Just because it doesn't show up in your wallet doesn't mean they don't exist. So always remember that, so we don't have issues. I'm sure I'm going to have to say it multiple times because, people, seeing is believing for a lot of people. And I get that it's a huge deal for a lot of people. When you can't see, you don't believe. So this has been a great show. So thank you for tuning in. Join us all later on Sean's channel. Keep rebasing, keep hodling, and together we're all going to make it. Thank you so much, everybody. Peace out.